don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? So your full name, your birthday.
My Christian names are William Samuel John. The family name is Jamieson. It's it came from my grandfather. My grandfather's name was Jamieson Musquatus. So I have a Ojibwe surname. That was changed by my dad. My dad was working in different places, so I guess Musquatus was a little hard to pronounce.
If I may interrupt, do you have a spirit name?
Yes, they call me Red Butterfly or Skomemengwa.
What's your favorite thing about the island, like Christian Island?
My favorite thing? I like the isolation of an island. You know, the beaches, the wooded area, woodlands, and yeah, it's nice. I like the water, especially the water, nice and clean, nice and clear, and yeah.
Have you noticed that it's changed over the years?
Well, the pollution aspect of water is increasing. I think if we don't do anything about it, it's going to only get worse.
Are there any differences between your community and others that you've visited during your time?
Well, I'm coming from a military background. I noticed, in particular, the garbage and the waste that's laying around the households, and there should be some care in looking after your property and Mother Earth.
What kinds of things did you do for entertainment when you were little?
Well, we had to, there were no movie houses or any arenas at that time, so we made our own entertainment. Coco Small was big.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, that was quite popular. Enough people got together, you can go right into it. You don't have the right. You don't need a right bat. You can get a piece of 2x4 to bang the ball around. Yeah.
What kind of things do you do now for entertainment?
I think I've slowed down quite a bit. I mostly, I should say we, my wife and I, we were more central to family life now. And we've got grandkids, so we're out and about visiting. I got involved in a lot of community work. So I'm with the Community Foundation, I'm with Simcoe County, and I'm with the Tribal Council. So I keep trying to keep busy.
I've noticed that you have quite an abundance of awards that you're wearing. Can you tell us about them?
Well, in the service, and the Blue Beret represents the United Nations. It's a ribbon that you acquired if you spent some time in the area of where United Nations are. This one here is Syria in North Africa, Congo. This is Egypt, and that's the peacekeepers badge. This is being a good boy for 31 years. This one here, by the way, is the Aboriginal Veterans Association.
Tell us about your experiences in the armed forces.
Well, I mentioned going overseas. I went to Africa 3 times, and numerous times to Europe She only never got to Asia, though. Besides, I wanted to see Africa. I wanted to go up the Nile. I didn't. I've been across Canada several times. The only place I haven't gone is PEI. I guess how I ended up there was because when the Korean War broke out in the late 40s, early 50s, I'd seen young people from our community join the military and leave. Yeah. The memorial we have on the island is of Kenneth Manaig. He was killed in Korea during the Korean War. So we have him immortalized in bronze, and he'll be with the community for the rest of time.
What was one of the most memorable experiences that you've had overseas?
Well, something that's always in my heart is the civil war that was happening in the Congo, and for days we were hearing gunshots and artillery shells landing. And one morning when we woke up, we looked outside our balcony, and there was all the soldiers that were shooting off the gunfire, artillery fire, standing on each side of the roadway. And it so happened I was going to work that day. I was on day shift at the communications center and had to go jump on my Jeep, and you have all these people. And I made sure I was looking straight ahead, not directly at anybody. So that's always in here. Yeah.
How are your peacekeeping missions?
There was a certain amount of hazardous, yeah. Another time I was late, slept in a little bit, and I came screeching to a stop, and the person that was on guard at the checkpoint, he was a Malaysian soldier, and they had a knife, probably about this long, and in no time he had that underneath my chin, until you recognized who I was. Yeah, so it wasn't a holiday, I can tell you.
What was your last mission like before you retired?
In Syria, there's another story. I had a friend working. We were right on the Israeli and Syrian border, and you could see what was going on the other side. So we had a little too much Bacardi one night, and we decided to go down. This lonesome guy was sitting in his tent, and after we got brave enough, we went over there, and I thought we might give him a little shot of the good stuff. we ended up, as soon as we stepped across the line, you can click and get your hands up. Put us into another tent, and I don't know what we were doing.
How do you see your role as a First Nation elder?
I think after being on this earth for 75 some odd years, you picked up a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and there should be you should be a good source of that information to the younger people. Hopefully that, you know, they might pick up and if they want to see the rest of their country, that'd be a good avenue for them to go to. As a matter of fact, my young grandson is going into the military.
What are some of the important choices or decisions that you've made in your life that have made a big impact on you?
I think I made a wise selection when I found my wife. Yeah, she's been a lot of help, and she got along well with the people that we came across over the years, and we still maintain a relationship with them. Yeah.
What are some of the most important lessons that you've learned over the course of your life?
I think find a job that you love. I think that'll carry you through the rest of your working life. And depending where you are, that'll provide a nice little pension in the end.
Thank you for letting us talk to you. Yeah, it's been really wonderful.
Okay, you're welcome. I'll try and the Legion is trying to do something similar, and I think it'd be nice for the young people to find out exactly if they want, if that is their intent is to join the military. I can guarantee it. It's a good life. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. You get to see Canada, you get to see part of the world, for sure.
Thank you, Bill, for your time and your service.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. You're welcome.